Okay, so here's 21 G and H. So it's true about the two angles, the expressions that we have for 21G. They're congruent to each other. And why are they congruent to each other? Well, they're on alternate or opposite sides of the transversal, and they're inside or in the interior of the parallel lines. So they're alternate interior angles. So hopefully you're seeing the theme here, which is that if you understand the vocabulary and understand it well, that a lot of these problems, they're really very simple problems. So we can create an equation because alternate interior angles are congruent. So then if they're congruent, then their measures are equal. So 2x minus 10 is equal to 80. I can add 10 to both sides. 2x is equal to 90. And by dividing by 2, we get x is equal to 45. So I am done with x. And now I can move on to 21h. Okay, what's true about these two expressions or angles for 21h? Well, if we take 75 and add it to 4x minus 9, we get 180 because these angles, I use the language of same side interior angles, and that's valid. They're also called consecutive interior angles. So your teacher probably used both consecutive interior angles. So consecutive interior angles have the property of the consecutive interior angles are supplementary. So if you add the two angles together, you end up getting 180 degrees. So now let's combine like terms. 75 minus 9 is going to be 66. Okay, what do you do next to solve for x? Good. Subtract 66 from both sides. So you get 4x equals 100, what? 114. Divide by 4. So x is going to be, it's going to be a decimal. So 57 over 2, and half of 57 is going to be what? It's going to be 28.5. So a lot of times when students get a decimal answer, they think the answer is wrong. And sometimes it may be wrong, but decimal numbers are just as good as integers. So if I get a decimal number, what I do is I'll double check because I may have made a mistake. Maybe you were going too fast, maybe you did a calculation wrong. But once you double check, if you still come up with a decimal number, then trust that you did the problem well, and it's just a decimal answer. All right, so 75 plus 4x minus 9, that equals 1. Combine like terms, 4x. What's 75 minus 9? 66. Subtract 66 from both sides. 114. And once you divide, you still end up with that decimal answer. So x is 28.5, and this is problem 21H, G and H.